Hi, I'm Arnie, and I thought I'd spend the next couple of minutes just talking through this thing called NVC, non-verbal communication, or more simply, body language. So here's some handy hints and tips that we can use to show the other person that we are truly listening. First of all, let's start with the face. Clearly you want to have a warm and open face with good, warm eye contact. Open eye contact and certainly looking at the person who's speaking. We talk about being level-headed, and it's quite a useful phrase because level-headed means that your head is parallel to the floor. If you are looking down slightly, you can look a little bit aggressive or intimidating, and if you are head up, you can look a little bit supercilious and a bit patronizing. So keep your head level, parallel to the floor. And then, of course, it's about nodding, showing appreciation, showing connection by nodding at the other person. So that's about the face. And then, of course, we've got the idea of posture. What kind of posture should we be in? The main thing here is to be always looking towards the person who's speaking. I'm looking towards you, towards the camera now. If I were over here and talking to somebody else, and then you asked me a question, if I just did that, it would be a bit dismissive. It would be, why are you interrupting me? I'm focused over here. So if somebody over here started speaking to me, then I turn to face them. And that actually doesn't just mean turning the face, which looks a bit awkward. It's turning the whole body. So give the person your full attention, your full body attention. And then we've got the idea of gesture, and that's going to be mainly to do with your hands. So a couple of things about hands. If you're sitting down, keep your hands in view. Put them on the top of the table, or just don't have them so that they can be seen. This goes back historically to us being programmed to be suspicious of people who've got their hands out of the way. In much more olden times, people would keep weapons hidden. So people are unconsciously a little bit more concerned if they can't see your hands. So have your hands above the table, resting on the table. And the other thing about hands is hand gestures. Now, I use my hands quite a lot to animate what I'm saying, to give it a bit more energy. The rule here is if you're going to use hand gestures, which is great, I think it animates your conversation, keep them within 2 lines from the outsides of the shoulder falling to the floor. 2 perpendicular lines, imagine them like my arms now. Keep all your hand movements within that frame. Okay? If it goes outside of that frame, it looks ridiculous. It looks caricaturing. So keep hand movements within your shoulder lines. And then finally, body position. Now, I'm standing as I'm chatting with you, but if we were in conversation, then it's always better if we can all sit. And the main reason for that is it equalizes heights. 2 people standing up, you can see the difference in height quite clearly. And it's a bit more intimidating for the person who's shorter to be looked down on by somebody who's taller. If you both sit, it tends to equalize the height. So it's always a good idea to sit if you're having a conversation. And it's less easy for the other person to become aggressive, or for you to become aggressive if you're sitting. It's possible, but it's just less likely. Okay? And then the other thing about body position is to make it comfortable for the other person so that you're not sitting directly opposite them in an adversarial way. Sit at a 45-degree angle so that you can be, more alongside rather than against. And if you can, sit around a small, round coffee table. It'll just make the whole thing more relaxed. So that's it. My top few tips on body language to help you show them you're really paying attention.